Uh, I don't know. You thought stuff was missing. It's funny. I just finished taping whole 7 minutes, and then all of a sudden it was just gone. I must have said 5G. Yeah. Isn't that strange? You notice how every time you watch that video about the 5G, and you know, you could tell it was by somebody who knew what he's talking about, and then all of a sudden, this is on a Facebook fact. Duh. It's such a cover up. It's such, you know, I'm not totally naive. I realize that there is a virus out there that is killing people. But what you don't know is there's two. There's the one that happened because they implemented the 5G, but they developed a virus that would do the same damage. And every place that 5G was implemented, that virus showed up there too. Well, the man that made it distributed it. It may be infectious and all that stuff, but it isn't that bad. It wasn't helped along by man trying to fudge the data. We've been able to find it out. But the minute that the world found out 5G was causing all these deaths, oh, the stocks. What would that do? We put all our money in this 5G. We want to control the internet. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So you got, you know, my favorite person, Jacob Austin. He was the one that, you know, used his power as leader of the Senate to corrupt a judge. And, he didn't bother corrupting a bunch of judges. He had one judge do everything. Justice McLean. Oh, what did he do? Oh, he dropped the charges against mayors. Oh. And what was part 5 of the will that stated that a parent or guardian for my upkeep? Well, all that money that you made mayors sign for, Eagles Nest Ranch, all that stuff. And then you have the same judge throw the will out and say, oh, it's just a worthless piece of paper from a crazy old man. Don't bother to tell anybody that you moved millions of dollars through it. And let's get this straight. If you figure out all the money that you swindled out of Dad's will, 40 years interest, easy 400 billion. Easy. So when this is all done, and Canada can hardly stand, that 400 billion, that'll be in US currency. Because when I'm done with Canada, the way it is now, it won't be. But that only affects the corporate Canada. The individual Canadian, I'll swallow your debt. That's right. Tell you this much. When I take the throne, Canada will have no debt. The country won't exist as a country. But put it this way, it'll be better than hiding death, just to make profit. And let's recap. What am I saying? I'm saying the coronavirus is just another 9/11. $3 billion in debt, hits the penthouse floor, boom, it's gone. But there's no plane there. But there's the stuff that would be a missile that maybe Dick Cheney pushed the button. It's like a hunting accident. And you go on a hunting accident with Cheney, you get killed. Well, you make him your vice president, he blows up the Pentagon. Or does that hurt your feelings that a bunch of rich people would care less about all the bodies that are buried? And if they can do it at 9/11, you really think it's a stretch that they would invent a virus to cover up all the harm 5G's doing? Why? Because you have to make money. And people, they're a dime a dozen. Hell, they're just grunts anyways. What does it matter? Well, anybody ask any questions? We'll have this virus. It'll fix it. Or fuck it good. Well, if it was just money, it wouldn't really matter. It's just that dad's blood runs through my veins. By the way, my blood is rare. I know that. Red Cross told me 3% of Canadians have my blood. Wow. They wanted me to have a good experience because apparently blood's rare. Picture that. All I got to say is Canada, you have no clue what's going on. And if you do have a clue, then you're going to be one of the first people quarantined and out of the picture. But, as crazy as it sounds, God's in control. He made a promise to my ancestors. You may have heard of him, King David. He said in the end, when everything goes kapooey, his lineage will take the throne. And it's going to be a wild time. Because apparently, it will create Yahweh. And then you'll have a country that's in grace with God. And then God will bless. And we'll thrive. Are you thriving now? Canada, you're a product of your own voting. You voted the criminals in, you covered up the crimes, and now you're sitting in quarantine, waiting for a savior. Keep waiting, buddy. You're only going to save yourself. You want to save everybody, you have to look after everybody. You have to care about everybody.